Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Code Realize Guardian of Rebirth. This is now the last, this will be the good ending for Van Helsing. I had to insert it because I wasn't sure where to break as I was reading, so I have no idea where this is getting inserted as I'm recording this, but you'll see. So, let's continue on. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story.
Well then, he seems to be getting the hang of this. One of the options available now is to put an end to things. Cardia, I'll give you a choice. I'll order Van Helsing not to resist. If you can kill him, then I'll let you live. How about it? You can put an end to my scheme that way too. I'd think this would be a wonderful opportunity for you.
You're lying. You don't have any intention of letting me live. You're trying to get me to resist, then have Van Helsing shoot me. That would make things even more traumatic for him. Am I right? I'm not going to follow your orders. Van Helsing and I aren't your tools. Alistair kicks me viciously in the stomach.
It's quite sad that I have to raise my hand against a woman. Abraham, blow off her legs. That might change her mind.
Alistair turns his back on us, leaving the executioner's duty to Van Helsing. Van Helsing silently places his fingers on the trigger of his gun. Wake up, Van Helsing! I don't want to see you like this. Van Helsing! His foot, still pressing down on me, lets up ever so slightly. I use all my remaining strength to escape from under him and scramble to my feet, heading for...
Oh?
Don't move, Alistair. The source of all this evil, Alistair, stands before me. I take my glove off my hand and lightly press it to his neck. That would of course mean...
Well. Using your poison as a weapon, I see.
Alistair, free Van Helsing from the hidden strength control that you've put him under.
I'm afraid I can't.
Take it off him, Alistair. I press my fingers against his neck even harder.
Unfortunately for you, my sense of pain has been deadened. You can't threaten me with pain.
I don't intend to make you hurt. If you don't do as I say, I'll kill you. Van Helsing isn't doing anything other than watch us, his gun lowered. He is unable to shoot when there is a chance that he might hit Alistair. Even if he does try to act, I will melt through this man's neck before he can go through with it. I'm serious. If you don't give in, I'll kill you right here. Alistair remains as composed as ever, even worse.
That might not be such a bad thing.
What? You're insane. Why would you accept your death so easily?
Because you're right, Cardia. Long ago, my family was also murdered by a ruthless killer. My entire family was butchered in front of me. Ah, memories. And I cried, not over the depths of my parents. I was moved to tears by the beauty of the utter terror and despair in their death. Since then, I have learned to love the ending of human life. I have killed many, striving to recreate that beauty.
The peace in Alistair's voice gives me chills. You're mad.
Oh yes, I'm quite insane. Not one person understands me. I have confronted the most psychotic killers, and they all tremble in fear when they saw a glimpse of my inner darkness. I was always alone in this world. I've been lonely. I always waited for someone to understand. Someone who had fallen so far they could appreciate the darkness within me. That is what he is to me.
Stop.
I could wait no longer, so I created a kindred spirit, one with greater darkness, one more monstrous than even myself.
Stop. Don't look at him like that. Don't talk about him that way. Van Helsing's not like you. He's... My arm tenses up as I shout in desperation. The flesh of Alistair's neck continues to melt away beneath my fingers. But he pays no mind.
I'm not alone anymore, as long as I know that death holds no fear in my heart.
He looks to his masterpiece, Van Helsing, with kind, adoring eyes.
We shall celebrate your rebirth with my own blood, Abraham Van Helsing.
What? There is a quiet sound. For a moment, I can't understand what had just happened. Alistair. The cathedral's marble floor has been tainted by the red of Alistair's blood. The dagger previously hidden up his sleeve and appearing as if magic now lodges in his chest.
Now, my masterpiece, my friend in the abyss, step over my blood and go forth on a new path.
Alistair lurches to one side. Shocked by the recent turn, my grip on his neck loosens. Bleeding from the neck and chest, he coughs up blood. All he wanted was to complete Van Helsing and create a truly kindred spirit who would understand him.
Abraham, it's time for my final order. Kill this girl. Get your revenge. Only then will my loneliness come to an end. You will understand me completely.
Alistair falls to his knees, then raises his arm towards the heavens. As he basks in the light that falls on him from above, it's almost as if he is receiving a blessing from God. And that makes me feel... Alistair. Azoth, the criminal mastermind who plunged London into chaos, dies quietly on the bloody floor. I can't explain why, but the way he met his death makes me so sad. The man sacrificed so many lives and made Van Helsing suffer. Van Helsing...
You. If it wasn't for you... My family, the people who showed me nothing but kindness. I didn't have to. I lost everything.
He flails at me with slow, sloppy swings, unlike any of his usual attack techniques. I duck under his arm and deliver a sharp blow squarely to his chin, then slam Van Helsing against a column. But he is unfazed by these injuries and viciously grabs me by the throat. He does this with such force that it lifts me off the ground. Hidden strength draws on a person's fears and anxieties to bring out their potential inner strength. What unbearable nightmares in Van Helsing's past is he trapped in? Knowing this, there is only one thing I can do for him now. Become that enemy that he wants to see dead, in order to fulfill his need for revenge. I've come to terms with what is about to happen to me, and I quietly ask him, Van Helsing, do you hate me?
More than anything.
Will you kill me?
Your only purpose is to die by my hand. All the pain and suffering I've ever felt, I will make you feel it tenfold. I will carve it into your body as an everlasting mark.
His eyes pierced me like arrows. If this had happened back when I first met him, I probably would have been too terrified to move or speak. But this is now. If that will help you. I'm not the same person I was back then. I don't fear him. Then shoot me. Because I love him. I want to do everything in my power to help him. If it's going to save you, do what you need to do. I grab the gun in his other hand. He is already pointing it at me, but I bring it up to my heart and hold it there. As Van Helsing jams the gun into my chest, the emotion in his voice only grows.
I must kill. I must kill you. This hate, these sins.
His subtly distorted eyes. Seeing them, I come to a realization. It's not my death he needs, not really. You want forgiveness, Van Helsing. I remember Elaine, lying in the dark cave, the nightmares from the back of my mind. He is probably reliving every time he took the lives of the vampires. And all those precious lives that he could not save, those who died because of him, he's probably reliving them over and over again. You say that you have no right to happiness. But that's what you want. You want to be happy again, more than anything else, don't you?
Shut up!
He shoves the gun into my chest even harder, causing me to scream softly.
I don't need happiness. I can never be forgiven, for the sake of those whose lives I took. For those who lost their lives. My life will forever be one of blood and pain. That's why I have to kill you.
The tears running down his cheeks. How much pain and suffering do they hold? I can feel his grip on the gun trembling. You're always suffering for the sake of others.
What are you saying?
Van Helsing, if it means releasing you from the suffering, turn all your anger and hatred against me, right now. Kill me. It's all right. You'll overcome Alistair's curse. I know you're a kind and decent man. And if this is what it takes for you to move on, to keep living, then just kill me.
Ugh.
There's no pain. I can breathe, too. I'm alive? The man who was supposed to kill me has released his gun and clutches his head. Still in pain, he staggers away from me. Van Helsing. At the sound of my voice, he seems to lose all his strength. He slowly tumbles to the ground.
Guardia.
Could it be? Are the effects of hidden strength wearing off? I rush over to him and get a good look at his face. Though red-eyed and streaked with tears, I can see that his face wears its usual slightly annoyed expression. Van Helsing, I'm right here. I'm right in front of you.
Oh, right. You've been here all along.
Yes.
Then I was about to make another grave mistake. I would cause my own ruin.
Van Helsing's arm moves quickly as he grabs something from the ground. The moment I realize what it is. What? Van Helsing. Why? Why would he? Van Helsing! I look him over once more and take in the growing bloodstain spreading across his chest. The object he picked up was a dagger belonging to a Twilight soldier, which he had plunged into his own chest. Why? Why would you do this?
Finally, I can hear your voice clearly. Cardia, you're alive. I was able to hold back from killing you.
I'm alive. I'm alive, Van Helsing. But why did you do this? You should have killed me if it meant you would find peace.
I thought the same. With my blood overtaken by hidden strength, I would have eventually killed you. This is the best option to protect you.
No, don't close your eyes. Wake up, Van Helsing. Wait right here. I'm going to call Victor and everybody else over. If Victor can take a look at you, you'll be all right, so... Can't we go home together? Back to the mansion. Let's tell everyone that we've come home. Deli was worried about you too. That's right. You can make dinner for us tonight, as a punishment for making us so worried about you. And what else?
All I do is make you sad.
If that's how you feel, make it up to me. Don't make me cry anymore. Van Helsing, stay by my side.
Oh, what a handful. You were being so bold up until a moment ago. Now here you are, crying to get your way like a child. But that's a part of who you are.
Don't you dare die. Van Helsing. Van Helsing. I call out to him and shake his shoulder, but he doesn't respond. He isn't moving. And then I understand. I can't form any words. The emotion filling my heart overflows, spilling out of my eyes in the form of tears of misery and sorrow. I pay no attention to the tears dripping from my eyes as my wail of lament echoes through the empty hall.
You're hurting my ears.
What?
Oh my God. There's no need to shout right in my ear. Are you trying to deafen me?
Van Helsing!
What?
Van Helsing!
I said what?
Van Helsing!
Oh, come on, be gentle. He stabbed himself.
I lunge forward to hug him. His body is very warm. You're alive! You're alive, Van Helsing!
Then don't kill me now. Go easy on me. I'm wounded.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're alive.
I'm sorry.
I can't believe you did that. I thought you were really dead.
I was prepared to face death, but you made such a ruckus that I couldn't help but wake up. You've always been getting in my way.
Would you rather be dead?
No. For so long, I've been hurting you and causing you heartache. I couldn't just leave you here crying and take off on my own. Besides, I haven't told you the most important thing yet.
What's the most important thing?
Yes. What was it I was about to tell you earlier?
He hugs me tightly, not paying any heed to his wounds.
I will not forget my crimes, but I will never let them drag me down again. I want to be with you.
He quietly tells me his one true wish. His body temperature has returned to normal. I understand, even though we aren't touching directly. I can feel the strength of Van Helsing's feeling in my body. I finally caught up. You were always running from me. It wasn't fair.
I know. To make up for everything, let me tell you again and again. Thank you for coming after me. Cardia, I love you. More than all the hatred and regret I've piled up in my heart. I love you.
The dawn finally breaks. After a long night, It's a bomb! Welcome home. Cece. Hey, stop running around so much. Calm down a little. Despite what I tell him, I can't help but play with him a bit. Cece rubs up against my legs, and I gently lift him up. Van Helsing's late. He should have been home by now. It's fine, I can house sit alone. Just because we've been living together for a while, being apart for a little bit won't make me lonely or anything.
Oh, Cece.
I miss him. I hope he comes back soon.
To think you sent me off with a smile just this morning.
Van Helsing, when did you get back?
Just now. Come on, we've only been apart for a few hours. There's no need to be sad about it.
I can't help it. I was really lonely.
There's no avoiding it. Work is work. Although, it was stiff work as usual. Being social was never really my thing.
Was it boring?
Of course. Any place is boring when you aren't there with me.
That's not exactly what I was asking. Oh, but why are you dressed like that? I thought you were supposed to attend in your official uniform.
Oh, that. It was uncomfortable. I changed out of it right after I was finished. You look disappointed.
That's not true. Maybe it's a little true. I wanted to see you in your uniform.
I appreciate the honesty.
It's already been a month. Alistair's death brought an end to the Azoth cases. And because Azoth himself murdered Finis, the cases involving Twilight came to a close as well. With that, our lives changed a great deal as well. Victor and Impy are based in London, but are going around everywhere searching for a precious item they've been chasing after. Lupin is seeking the truth behind the terrorist attacks, while he helps the other two out. Saint Germain, the owner of this mansion, has temporarily returned to France, saying he had important business to take care of. That's why the only ones living here at the moment are Van Helsing and myself, and Cece. It's my job to look after the mansion until Saint Germain returns. Dirili should have been here as well, but... How is Dirili doing?
Annoying as always. He needs to learn how to act more like the member of royalty he is. Still, his hard work is slowly paying off day by day.
I see. I hope he's able to succeed at the goal he set for himself. Dirili is not at the mansion right now. He says that he needs to provide a safe haven for the dispossessed vampires and create a place they can live in peace. However, it would be impossible to cut off all contact with humans. So it seems that he's been showing up from time to time at political or social events as a representative of the vampires. Was Dirili surprised that you were attending as a guest?
Oh, yes. When he saw me, his jaw almost dropped through the floor.
And as for Van Helsing?
I didn't expect to be treated like an actual guest when I'm merely a bodyguard.
He has been providing protection for Marquis Renfield, who acts as a mediating diplomat between the vampires and humans. Marquis Renfield was invited to a goodwill mixer, and Van Helsing, as his bodyguard, was invited along as well. That's how it happened. Van Helsing, would you take me with you next time? I'll work hard to learn the proper etiquette. I want to see Dirili again, and I definitely want to see you in your formal uniform. Look at her smile.
I can't let you do that.
Why not?
I can only imagine the sight of your beauty in a fine gown would only attract unwanted attention from lowlives.
I think you're blowing this out of proportion.
I am not. You need to be more aware of the effect you have on others.
You're completely blowing this out of proportion.
I'm telling you, I'm not. But I'll get in touch with that bratty little king for you. Don't sulk like that. I have something else in mind instead.
He hands me a paper bag.
Why don't we get dressed up for a two-person party, just for ourselves? Once we climb up here, we'll have arrived. Just hang tight until I've pulled you all the way up.
All right, I will. But, Van Helsing, you said we were going to throw a party. I don't think there's anything beyond here, and we're both dressed like this.
Just trust me. I'm going to lift you up.
Whoa!
I've been going to various parts of London on work-related matters. But I feel this place is the most beautiful. How do you like it? Isn't it the best view you've ever seen?
Yes, it's beautiful. The stars sparkle in the clear, calm night sky. The countless lights of London spread out like a carpet beneath our feet. The soft music rises gently in the air, provided courtesy of an event taking place on the grounds of Buckingham Palace below. There's probably no party more beautiful or as luxurious. Won't they be mad if we enter without permission?
If they catch on to us, we'll just run. I'm glad I didn't take you to that gala today after all. I couldn't bear to let other men behold such beauty. I must repay Victor for his kindness in preparing this dress.
You should have told me you were having a dress made.
That would have ruined the surprise. You're still limited in where you can go because of the poison in your body. Until I've released you from this curse, I want you to experience and enjoy as many things as possible.
Thank you, Van Helsing. But I'm happy just being with you.
I feel much the same way, but I'm still a man. I will stop at nothing until I'm able to give my beloved all the love she deserves.
What do you mean?
You'll find out eventually. So for now, let me love you in all the possible ways I know how. Won't you please dance with me, dear? For this one night, on this dreamlike dance floor.
It would be my pleasure. Not just tonight, no matter how many times we see the sun rise and set. We'll always be together, Van Helsing. I won't leave him. I won't run, no matter what blame we face or who thinks it's unfair. The two of us will go through life together, carrying our past sins with us, hoping that finding happiness while we remember the past will help us to atone for the things that we've done. That was beautiful. I love that ending. Although, I really, really want her to be with him without the poison. What he chose. Well, that's halfway there towards Lupin. And in the next episode, we will record his bad ending and his extra scenario. So I hope to see you there. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.